Okay, do you have your calculator with you?
Yes.
All right, so you see this formula. It's quite it's not a new formula, but it's a lot of people don't know it, né? So the aim of this video is only to for you to use it. There is obviously others that you can use. Okay, so the perimeter of the base. So the base of a square, the base will be a square, so it will be like 9 centimeters. Okay, so you'll be adding. So it says perimeter of the base. It so happened that the height is also 9 centimeters, né? Because this is a cube. The cube has got all the sides. Okay, there you go. All right, so the way this formula works, we find the perimeter of the base. So the perimeter of the base is, since there are 4, we say 4 times 9. So it's like 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, 4 of them. Then we multiply with the height. The height has to be 9. Are we together? So we are calculating the total surface area. That means there's another one, but I'll show you. All this area of these squares added together, there are 6 of them. Né? And then 2 times the area. The area of the base happens to be side times side, which is 9 times 9. And 2 of them. 2 times that. That's sort of formula. Okay, so normally the total surface area, you will find 6 times the squares, because there are 6 squares, you multiply them. So this is the normal formula. It will be 6 times 9 times 9. So this answer will be the same that we are going to get there. So this is 6 times 81. Are we together so far? Okay, so this is going to be 486. It will be square centimeters. Yeah? So you say 6 times 81. Okay, all right. So this formula does the same. So it's basically like 36 times 9 plus 81 times 2. Are we together so far? Okay, just get my calculator at the right place. 36 times 9, if you use your calculator, how much are you getting? 324. And then
400. Okay.
I was doing it step by step. But you see that you are going to get the same answer. All right. So obviously this is the one that you're supposed to be more used to. But the objective of this lesson is just to show you a different one. Okay. Okay. So let's come to the second one. This is obviously a cuboid. Another name for a cuboid. What is another name for a cuboid? Another name for a cuboid. Complete. Rectangular what?
Prism.
Okay, so there's another name for that. So using that formula, we're going to calculate the perimeter of the base, right? So I did it this side. So the perimeter of the base is that shaded part, ne? Total surface area. The perimeter of the base, you say 15 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20. Once you have that, you multiply that by the height. What is the height? And then you take 2 times the area of the base. How do you find the area of the base? How do you calculate this area? 15 times 20 most. Okay? Because it's a rectangle. You with me so far? So inside here, there is 30 plus 40. So that is 70 times 7 plus 2 times, what is 15 times 20?
300.
What is 70 times 7?
490.
70 times 7 is 490. If you add 600 to it, what do you get?
1090.
So that's the
And the
simplest.
2, what happened to the 2?
I multiply here. 2 times 300 is 600. Né? Are you following? So this is this. All of this is the 70, okay? Then this 7 obviously is here. And this 2 obviously is here, okay? So you don't have to use this formula in exam. I'm just putting it out there. So the way I will do this, right? For a cuboid, you make yourselves a Y, like so. Yeah, like so. Are we together? Let me just bring this cuboid. You just bring it so you can follow what is it that that I'm doing. I'm just going to take a little snapshot of this cuboid. Then you'll have an idea what I'm going to do with my Y. Okay. All right, so there's the cuboid, no? So the way I do this is I take the area of each rectangle. So let's say we calculate the area of this rectangle. This is going to be 15 times 7, eh? And what is 15 times 7?
105.
Okay. So I'll write a 105 here. Are we together? Then I take the area of this rectangle. It's 20 times 7. You with me?
140.
And that's 140. I'll write it here. Then I will take the area of this rectangle on top. It will be 15 times what?
15 times 15?
It's 15 times
Times what?
15 times 20. On top, this one here, it will be 15 times 20. That's the green one. Ne?
Why
Because 20 is here also.
20?
You get it? And 15 times 20 is what?
300.
300. Now take your calculator and add them. So you add 105 plus 300 plus 140.
545. 545.
Now what you do is take your answer, multiply it by 2 because there are 2 of those rectangles. We just did one. Eh? So you say 2. So the total surface area will be 2 times 545. Guess what it gives you? The same answer. So the reason I made my Y is because of this. If I was to do this, if I was to do this, if I was to do this, do you realize what is that shape? It's like this cuboid, né? It looks more like a square, but that's the idea. Are you ready for the next one? You should be ready.
Okay.
All right, so this is a cylinder. We're going to use the same formula. We're going to calculate the perimeter of a cylinder is this part in blue. First things first. First things first, we're gonna calculate the radius. If this 8 centimeter, what does this 8 centimeter refer to?
The radius.
If it goes across, what do you call a line that passes through the center that touches at both ends of the circumference? What? Starts with a D.
Diameter.
Okay, so how will you find the radius from here? How are you going to calculate this distance from there up to there? You're going to divide the diameter by 2. So the radius is 4. Né? It's like here is 4 and there is 4. The whole thing gives you 8. Are we together? Okay. So this formula, the circumference is actually this distance, which is the perimeter, because circumference means the distance around that. Né? We can't use the word perimeter here because this is not a polygon. It's something that is a circle. So to find that circumference is 2 times pi times 4, which is this answer. And 4 times 2 is 8 pi. I'll just leave my answer like this for now, 8 pi. Is it okay? Okay. Because the formula says the perimeter of the base, now we're going to multiply it with the height. So total surface area is the perimeter of the base, which is 8 pi. Then we multiply it by the height. What is the height of this? 10. So multiply it by 10 plus 2 times the area of the 2 times the area of the 2 times the area of the base, right? So this is the base. So the formula is pi r square. Ne? Pi r square plus pi r square will give you 2 of them. So it's 2 times pi. What is r? What is the radius?
4.
Times 4 square. So this whole answer will give us our total surface area. So let's just do it step by step. Here I have 80 pi. That's 8 times 10. Here in brackets I have 16 pi because this is 4 times 4, which is 16. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay, so here I have 80 pi.
Okay.
And what is 2 times 16?
2 times 16.
It's 32. Are we together? Now let's add 80 plus 32.
104.
100 and
12 pi.
112 pi. Now give me that answer on your calculator.
The decimal.
Yeah, you said Mosi, it's 80 plus 32. So you say Mosi is 112 pi, no? So if you press equal to and you change it from third to decimal form, it's 351.8. So it's 351.8, 5, and so on, right? Which we always say give your answer to 3 significant figures. So it will be 352. Are we together? There's another formula that you can use to calculate the circumference of the total surface area of a circle, of a cylinder. Yeah, there's another formula, and I'll write it down for you here. Then you'll see, you'll get the same answer. So the total surface area, so let's suppose that cylinder is closed, is going to be the two circles. That's why you will see things like this in your book, and you will see something like this, okay, and then you'll see another circle, for example, because what that is, it's like if you, yeah, it's open. So the two that you see here, the area of one of these things is pi r square, so two of them together, plus the curved surface area. So you see this rectangle, né? That rectangle is like the curved part. So it's like the curved part. It's like something like so. So it must go around, né? So it is this height. So if you have the cylinder is the height, what do you call the distance? You see this distance here? You see it? It should come around this circle. So what do you call that part? It's called what? Circumference. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So the curved surface area is the circumference, which is 2 pi r times the height, So this comes in this place. And if you have all of that, that is why I said it's very difficult to try to remember this formula, okay? You also have to consider whether the shape is closed. So it's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. Now, I hope you remember our previous problem, okay? What was our radius?
4.
Okay. What was our height?
10.
10. So you can punch this in, and I will punch this in, okay? I'll use my calculator. You'll see that we get to the same answer. Are you following?
Yes.
So just remember we had an answer of 350 something, eh? So it's 2 pi times 4 squared. Are you with me?
Yes.
Plus 2 pi times 4 times 10. Okay, can you see we're getting 112 pi?
Yes.
Which if you change it, you get the same answer like before. Okay, so it's totally up to you to decide which one you are going to use. So this formula might be a little bit tricky for the cylinder. That is why this universal formula that I have, right, that I have over here, it works for these shapes, okay? So you'll always have opportunity to look and to watch the video back because I'm going to upload it. Now let's look at the last one. So this is called, what is this shape called?
A pyramid.
No, it's not.
So
It's not. It's a prism. What type of prism is it? What is this shaded part? What is the name of that shape?
it's a triangular
There you go.
prism.
So it's a triangular prism. Okay? Are we together? So when we are saying the perimeter of the base, we are not talking about the rectangle. We are talking about that triangle. Are you with me? Ne? The height is always the distance between. The height is always the distance between, like in this case, between the two triangles. The triangle is going to be our base. It's considered to be our base. So the perpendicular height is always the distance. So in this case, the height will be 10. You follow?
Yeah.
Okay, so that triangle, if you have to do it, you realize that that triangle is the measurements of that triangle is 3 here, 4 here. What is this distance? It's 5, ne? Okay? So perimeter means you must just add everything. Is it not so?
Yeah.
4,
12.
okay. So you get 12.
Mm-hmm.
By adding the 4 plus 3
Plus 5.
plus 5. Okay. So the perimeter is equal to 12. So now we know what the perimeter is. What is the height of that triangle?
10.
Okay. The height. So it says the total surface area is the perimeter, which is 12, times the height. The height in this case is the 10, always between, plus 2 times the area of the base. What is the area of the base? How do you find the area of this triangle? What is the formula?
Um,
Area of triangle is half. You remember? Ne?
Yes.
So in this case, it's half times the base can be 4, the height can be 3. It doesn't matter as long as it is those two sides that are perpendicular to each other. You understand? Okay. What is 4 times 3?
12.
What is half of 12?
Uh, 6.
Okay. So let us finish that now. So the total surface area is going to be 120 here plus what is 2 times 6?
12.
And what is the answer when you add them together?
132.
It is 132. So this area, that is the formula. Are we clear? So it's a new formula. You use this if you are supposed to calculate the area of a prism, like a triangular prism, even a rectangular prism, which is known as a cuboid. Okay. You can also use the same formula to calculate the total surface area of a cylinder, because a cylinder can be quite tricky. Okay. And then you can use the same formula to calculate the total surface area of a, I said cuboid before, or you can use whatever one of those methods. There's of course another one, but the objective of this lesson is to introduce you to this one. You can use the same formula to calculate the total surface area. That means all these squares or rectangles, whatever the case, added together of a cube. So practice and look at I did one, I think it was last year's question paper 1, ne? 2023 paper 1. You will see I have done where they were asking us in that paper to find the total surface area. I was also explaining in that video on my channel where you can use the Y shape and where you can also use this very same formula. Is it fine? Okay, so you will be playing it back and then you'll have a look. Okay.